Hello there guys and girls, and welcome to a very special video here in Fallout New Vegas of a mod. And if I just turn around and yes, this is the Fallout Who Vegas mod, Fallout Who Vegas, or whatever it's called. I think it's Fallout Who. Fallout Who is probably the correct one. So yes, this is a very special video. It's a mod I've been following for a long time. It's been in development for at least 3 years, probably 4. It's been released in a previous version, and now they've just released a big old update for it, which is pretty incredible. Don't worry, I will leave a link to the mod in the description, and also the New Vegas script extender, which is something else you will need to have installed into your Fallout New Vegas folder. And there are plenty of tutorials that you can go look up to see how that's done. There's a readme file in both the mod and the New Vegas script extender to find out what exactly you're doing as well, so definitely make sure you read through those if you're interested in getting this mod. But further onwards and upwards, for this part of the mod overview, we will be taking a look at this in particular. This old girl here, the Tardis. Now, first things first, the things you're probably going to want to know is, basically looking at the outside, the exterior of the Tardis is not changeable at this time. It looks like this. This is how the Tardis will look. The only thing that changes is, interestingly, if you take damage whilst in flight, which we'll have a look at, the exterior will get battered, weakened, and look, well, just bruised and battered and beaten. Trust me, when you first find your Tardis, which will make sense if you get the mod, when you first find your one, it is looking like it had better days, and that is how the Tardis will end up looking if you pilot it completely shitely, basically. It will look really beaten up. So, with that, the first thing you need to know about the exterior, we will hop right on inside, and you will begin to understand why this mod is so impressive. So, let's go on in. So here we are, the tonsils, the tonsil room. No, this is the TARDIS console room, as you all know. And look at this. Just stand in awe of this. This is incredible what they've done here. This is just one of currently 3 console rooms that you can use, and we will quickly go through all of those now. But it's amazing, right? This looks incredible. You've got all the wires, you've got all the textures look amazing. It's just really well done and thoroughly impressive, if I don't say so myself. So, what else do we get in terms of consoles? We get a few different models. So, if you head over to this scanner here, and you go to this one, primary console, and here we go. We also have a coral theme, as seen in David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston time, and the classic theme, which is the theme from the 5 Doctors onwards. So let's take a look at the coral theme first. So first you have to exit, so it can change, and as soon as you do that, you can wander back right on in, and it will have changed. There you go. This is the coral theme. Very nice. So we'll just take you through this. So you've got this ladder up here. It doesn't really go anywhere. It just gets you a nice view. Very there. I think this was seen in an episode of Christopher Eccleston when he was doing repairs up there or something like that. I'm fairly sure that's what it was. Also, each TARDIS console room will have a engine box-like thing, which is where you'll be doing your repairs if you do end up damaging the TARDIS. So this one is, if you pull this, that will slide away, and you go down here, and there it is. This is what you'll be pressing E on, like that. And if you have repair kits, which is probably the most useful thing, it will repair parts of the TARDIS a lot quicker and easier. Patch repair is a bit more risky. If your temporal engineering skill, I believe it is high, then you should be a bit more lucky with it, but if things can go wrong, basically, if you choose that option, it's a risk. It's risk and reward, I suppose. So we'll seal that back up. And that's that. And now we'll take a look at the classic console. So in here, primary control room and the classic theme. There we go. So again, we exit, and then we'll really enter the good old police box. and here we are. Here now, this is my personal favourite. If anyone knows me, you obviously know the classic series. It's probably my favourite series, version of the show, the classic version, and this is just amazing for me. I've always wanted this console room and a game I can play with, and trust me, once we get a bit further into showing how this all works, you'll be even more impressed. But just to show you where this one's repair is, it's just down here. There you go, it's just in there, and that's what you need to do. And I love the fact they've included this, so as you can see, if you've seen the classic series, you know these doors, the infamous doors, don't really make much sense, but they're there anyway. If you pull that, there we go, you can do that. Now, I'll do a flight in this one first, just so you can, so we'll shut that up. Now there's two ways of flight. When you go into flight, you'll be put straight into autopilot, which is what I'll show off first. So you want to use, if I can remember where it all is in here, this one's a little bit trickier. It's probably the hardest one to fly, but since we're just doing an autopilot demonstration, we'll just do that first. Helmet regulator, normal. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there are classic console room sounds going off as I press each button. I'm not too sure how the volume is going to work for this game because I've never recorded it before, so hopefully you can hear me and the game just as well. And then release the timer at handbrake, and away you go. There we go, we are now in flight, and it's also, as I said, it was in autopilot, so whenever you launch off in any of the console rooms, it will start you off in autopilot automatically. That's just how it works. If you want to take autopilot off in this console room, it is just down here, blue stabilizers. You press that, and then the control prompts will start coming up and telling you what to do and all that fun stuff. And it's great fun, but we'll demonstrate that in the nautical theme, the Matt Smith theme, aka basically the default theme for the console room. So while we're just applying the thing, you got this in here, this incredibly trippy thing. If you just stare at it like this, so I won't do that because I will get pretty damn dizzy. So what else do you want to know? In here, so you've got the three screens. Everything's divided into three screens in this particular console room, so it's worth looking at. So the system readouts is in here. So you've got your Artron readout, fuel remaining, there you go. Hull and shields, both at 100%. And system display, so these are your main components basically. So these are the bits that you'll be repairing with your patch repair or your Tardis repair kits. So basically when you start taking damage, these will take various different damage points basically, and it will be randomized. So that's that basically. And then you move over to this screen here, so you got the system scanner. Here you have basically your main stuff, so in this particular thing, so as I showed you before, you've got these bits are basically all the ways of conserving power, because the TARDIS works on a power system. You have so much power that you can use before it basically goes to zero, and I'll probably demonstrate that a little bit later, but here you've got your life support. There's pretty much no reason to turn that off. I don't know what this one does. I have tried using it, but it doesn't really seem to do anything, at least at the moment. That might change. Navigation, I would assume would take off any ability to flight. Comms and HADs. Comms, you can receive messages, which will be in a later update, I believe, where they will be implementing some more quests into this. There's only, I think, one quest so far, which is the very opening one where you find the TARDIS. Spoilers on that. I didn't want to give too much away, so I leapt in somewhere down the line. Possibly, maybe I might go through all of the quests once the quests have been released, so like a normal Let's Play. And the HADs are interesting because you can confront people in space. You can come into contact currently in this build of the mod with Dalek spaceships, Cybermen spaceships, and the Zetans, as the mod creator is now calling them. They're the aliens from the aliens from Fallout, so that's all that. The reason that's disabled at the moment, or is it? I can't remember. I don't know if that's disabled or not. Disable? I don't know. Basically, if that's on, you can end up encountering those ships. If it's turned off, I think, then you won't. It's basically a way of not getting those encounters to happen. That's basically what that is for, if you want it on or off. You've seen this, so this is your primary control room, and in this one, you've got all the other rooms in the TARDIS that you can turn on. Currently, I think I've got them all turned off for the sakes of this, but we'll go into that a little bit later. Oh, wrong one. God damn it. God damn it. There we go. Navigation computer. This is basically where you can select locations you've already travelled to. Currently, I think I'm too low a level in my piloting skill to use this, so we might not be demonstrating this just today, but maybe at a later date. Communications. This is where I think you receive your quests. Aren't any in there at the moment, and that doesn't really do anything at the moment. So that's that. And then we think we've got the final screen. Have I looked at? And here you go. This is the navigational screen. So this is where I'm completely balls that up. You know, I just completely balls that description up. I'm going to. Oh look, is it? Okay, I didn't completely balls that up. We're fine. We're all good. Basically, you've got the same thing here as that. That is the exact same thing. So you can just enter in wherever you've already travelled to and do it. As I say, you have to be a certain level as a pilot to do that. So you just click this, go in there, select where you want to go, and then you would activate the controls as you normally would with random flight. Except you would not. Do not press. Ooh, we're landing. There we go. We have landed. Yeah, when you're doing the navigation flight, don't press the zigzag plotter. Just ignore that one and go straight to the helmet regulator and yada yada yada. That's basically what you do there. So let's find out where we have landed up. And we will also switch back to our nautical theme. Even though this is the one I always use, the one we're in at the moment. But for the sakes of demonstration, it's a little bit easier just to show how things work in the other console room. Queen. Okay. So let's just hopefully there's nothing deadly and dangerous out here that's going to bite my face off. Hopefully. If not, I will be doing a quick escape back to the TARDIS and hopefully get away with it. Okay, we're not. Okay, it's not too bad here. Where are we? Oh, we're in. Oh, okay, I know where we are. We're in Novak. That's okay then. Okay, so we'll head back in. Head back in. So, okay, back in here. This is going to be the easiest way to show you how flight works when you're not in autopilot, because it is just easier to pilot this version of the console because the controls are nice and big and easy to use. So, again, to go into random flight mode, zigzag plotter. Helmet regulator. Space time throttle. We'll go a bit faster this time. We'll go medium. Locking down mechanism. And then finally, the handbrake. And then we will press the blue stabilizers. So now autopilot is disabled. So it should start giving me prompts. There you go. In a nice big blue highlightation, it will tell you what you need to press. Now, if you fail to press what it tells you to, this will happen. If it gives it in a 3, 2, 1, there you go. That will happen. That will basically damage your shields to begin with, so that's not too much of a problem if your shields get damaged. They do recharge on their own eventually, but do not let the TARDIS blow up. That is essentially the goal while you're piloting the ship. Do the controls, and you will gain experience into your piloting level, which will allow you to do more things with the TARDIS. It's pretty simple and what you'd expect, really, and it works pretty damn well so far. So hopefully we will be able to pilot this no problemos, and we will land somewhere else. Ooh. There we go. Okay, there's a landing. Let's go have a... Now, I haven't piloted in the coral theme yet, which is fine by me, because what I'm going to do is show you what happens when you do not respond to your controls, basically. That's what I'm going to show you next. Coral theme. So we'll go to the coral theme next to demonstrate badness happening. The other thing to take note of... Oh, here we are, somewhere else in the deeps of the wasteland. The only thing to take note of, if you do let the TARDIS take damage, it will take away experience points, I do believe. It will, so you gain experience for every correct move you make, and you will lose experience for every move that you balls up, basically. That's what will happen. So let's try and take off in this version. I haven't done this in a long while, since the previous build, so... let's see, we need... So this could be a learning curve for all of us. So you've got a TARDIS manual. No TARDIS manual in the classic theme, I don't believe. So if you go to the TARDIS manual, which should be in both the choral and the nautical themes, it has all the stuff you need to know if you want to read up and really become a master. The master of TARDIS control, you know. It's all in there, what you need. So Vortex Loop is there. Where is my zigzag plot here? Oh, I just saw it. So that's the blue stabilizer, so we need to remember where that is. Deep scan, proximity scan. Zigzag plotter, there we go. So there's the zigzag plotter there. Helmet regulator there. Directional pointer, don't want that, don't want that. Locking down mechanism we want in a moment. We need self-repair, arch-on bags, nope. Nope. We want the space-time throttle. Vortex loop. Where are you, space-time throttle? Oh, there we go. So we'll go maximum, maybe maximum? Maximum warp? Why not? We'll go maximum. And then we want the locking down thing, which I believe is this. And then we want the handbrake. Where are you, handbrake? Handbrake. Handbrake. This one's also pretty hard to master as well. It's once you memorize everything, it gets easier. But there we go. So I'm not going to do anything this time. I'm just going to let the TARDIS take some damage if I can remember where the stabilizers are. There we go. So yeah, there we go. We'll just let the TARDIS do its thing. And we've got the time rotor going away there, which is I don't think was there in the previous build. I think they've changed the time rotor for this console room. It looks a lot nicer and the colour's a lot nicer on it. So taking damage, we'll see how this affects us once we come out the other side of the rainbow. Okay. Let's have a look. So the shields have gone down. We'll probably have to do another flight to show some actual substantial damage. Let's see if I can remember how to do it. Zigzag. Helmet. Space-time throttle. We're at maximum again. Locking down. And... go. Yep, there we go. We just need to make sure we turn the stabilizers off. Where are they? Oh, there we go. So again, we'll just let the TARDIS take some more damage. I can imagine a fair few David Tennant, Chris Eccleston fans getting annoyed at me using this console room to show damage, but personally it's not my favourite, so I feel no guilt. Sorry guys. Not my personal favourite console room at all, really. So, boom, boom, boom. Ooh, that looked pretty bad. Let's see how we're doing. Man, this is taking longer than before. What we might try... this is taking a long ass time to show. Helmet regulator, that's what we want. We'll try a normal one, so we'll be in space a lot longer. So hopefully hopefully this will... I'm trying to get to it. There we go. So hopefully this will deal out a bit more damage because we'll be in space longer.